Hello, Packers fans. Oliver Smith here with another exciting update. Before we begin, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Your support helps us keep creating amazing content. Let's go! The Green Bay Packers just announced a signing that could redefine the direction of their season. Jeremiah Martin, a young player already known for his pass rusher skills and dedication on the field, is the newest member of the Packers practice squad. This decision is not just another routine hire, it carries with it a strategic tone at a crucial time of the season. With the team struggling to maintain its playoff hopes, Martin's arrival raises the question, is he the missing piece to strengthen the defense and guide the Packers toward the postseason? Who is Jeremiah Martin? Martin, a 6'9", 120-pound defensive lineman, is a relatively new name to many fans, but his football career already shows potential. He began his collegiate career at Texas A&M before transferring to the University of Washington, where his performance rose to prominence. In his final college season, Martin was team captain and received All-Pacific 12 honors by the Associated Press. His style of play is marked by agility, strength, and an impressive reading of opponent moves. Despite not being drafted in 2023, Martin caught the attention of teams such as the Cleveland Browns and New York Giants, with whom he had short stints. However, it was in Green Bay that he found his next big opportunity, a scenario that could turn him from promise into a key piece for the Packers. Perfect timing, why now? The Packers' defense has faced ups and downs throughout the season. While the offensive line is showing signs of recovery, the defense has become a constant concern, especially in games against high-level opponents. With injuries affecting the performance of the main roster and the need for turnover in the defensive roster, Jeremiah Martin emerges as a viable and strategic solution. The timing of his arrival could not be more opportune. With the playoffs fast approaching, each game takes on a greater importance. The focus now is on Martin's ability to quickly adapt to the scheme of Joe Barry, the Packers' defensive coordinator, and show service in practice. How Martin can impact the Packers' defense. The main expectation surrounding Martin is his ability to put pressure on the opposing quarterback, something that has been lacking in crucial Packers games this season. He possesses an aggressive style of play that can complement veterans such as Rashawn Gary and Kenny Clark. In addition, its versatility allows it to perform in different defensive formations, offering valuable tactical options for the coaching staff. If Martin can make an immediate impact on the practice squad, he is likely to be promoted to the main roster later this season. Not only would that bolster the defensive line, but it would also send a clear message: the Packers are willing to take risks to secure their playoff berth. The strategy for the playoffs: with a current record that puts them in contention for the wildcard, the Packers know every detail counts. Martin's hiring isn't just about adding depth to the cast, it's a statement of intent. The team is clearly focused on creating a competitive environment that demands the most from each player. The Packers' playoff chances are largely influenced by games against direct opponents in the wildcard race. The presence of Jeremiah Martin can be the differential in games where the defense needs to impose itself. Imagine Martin forcing a fumble or securing a sack at a crucial time against the Seahawks, for example. Scenarios like this are what keep the hope of an extended season alive for Green Bay fans. What fans can expect? The emotional impact of hiring Jeremiah Martin should also not be underestimated. In a sport as mental as it is physical, bringing in a player with something to prove can inspire the rest of the team. In addition, Packers fans, known for their passion and loyalty, have already begun debating on social media about Martin's potential. He has a chance to show he deserves to be here, and I'm excited to see what he can do, one fan commented on Twitter. Another added, the Packers need all the help they can get on defense. If Martin can contribute, he's already a win. Scenario for the rest of the season: the next few games will determine whether this signing will be seen as a masterstroke or just a desperate attempt to solve defensive problems. However, it's important to remember that the NFL is a league of opportunity. Jeremiah Martin now has a chance to transform his career and, who knows, become a major name in recent Packers history. The success of this hiring depends on a number of factors, including Martin's performance in training, the willingness of the coaching staff to give him real opportunities, and, of course, the results of the team in the upcoming games. But one thing is certain: the Packers are willing to do whatever it takes to keep their journey to the playoffs alive. Conclusion: a movement full of hope. Jeremiah Martin's arrival to the Packers symbolizes more than just an addition to the practice squad. It's a potential gamble, a sign that the team still believes in its ability to compete and, more importantly, to win. As the season progresses and the games become even more decisive, all eyes will be on Green Bay. Could Martin be the unexpected hero the Packers need? Or will his hiring be just another attempt to fill gaps in a team that struggles for consistency? Regardless of the outcome, this move shows the essence of American football, the combination of strategy, emotion, and the incessant desire to achieve victory. Packers fans have a new reason to believe, and Jeremiah Martin has a chance to prove he deserves to be on the sport's most prestigious stage. Let the games begin. American football fire Jeremiah Martin, a hero in the making? While the spotlight remains on the big names on the Packers roster, the arrival of Jeremiah Martin offers a different but equally captivating narrative. He is not just another player trying to find his place, he is the embodiment of an opportunity. For the Packers, his signing represents an injection of energy and hope, crucial characteristics at a time when the margin for error is minimal. Martin enters a competitive environment, surrounded by veterans who know what it takes to win. However, it is exactly this atmosphere that can shape him into a player capable of making a difference on the field. If he can demonstrate in practice the same impetus that made him captain in Washington, there is no doubt that the Packers can promote his inclusion on the active roster. In addition, his journey reflects the essence of American football: struggle, persistence, and overcoming. In a league where redemption stories are celebrated, Martin has a chance to transform his narrative and earn the trust of Green Bay fans. Impact on defensive strategies. Defensive coordinator Joe Barry now has a new piece to work on. Martin's versatility may offer Barry the possibility to implement more aggressive formations against tricky opponents. A defensive line capable of consistently pressing the opposing quarterback not only creates turnovers, but also sets the pace of the game, giving the offense led by Jordan Love more time and opportunities to score. That extra pressure on the opposing quarterback will be particularly important in the decisive games to come. For example, the Packers will face teams that have mobile and skilled quarterbacks, such as the Seahawks. To come away with the win, it will be crucial to minimize opportunities for big offensive plays, and Martin may be exactly the element of surprise Green Bay needs to execute that strategy. The burden of responsibility. Although Martin was signed to the practice squad, the pressure to perform is as great as if he were on the main roster. He knows that any mistake or lack of commitment could cost him his chance to excel at one of the NFL's most iconic franchises. On the other hand, success in training or even the smallest contribution in a game can propel his career to levels he never imagined. That duality, between risk and reward, is what makes every decision in the NFL so dramatic and exciting. For the Packers, the bet on Martin is more than a technical addition, it's a strategic move that could dictate the tone of the rest of the season. The faithful cheerleader is attentive. The Packers' fanatical fan base, known as the Cheesehead Nation, is already debating the implications of this hiring. On social media, many express optimism about Martin's potential, while others wonder if he will really be able to impact the team in such a short time. Jeremiah Martin may not be a household name right now, but the greatest heroes start out that way. Let's give him a chance to show his worth, wrote a fan on Instagram. This interaction reflects the beating heart of the Packers fans, passionate, demanding, and always hopeful. They know that in the NFL, unexpected players can become protagonists of unforgettable moments, and they are ready to embrace Martin if he shows that he deserves it. Crucial next steps. The regular season is entering its final stretch, and the Packers no longer have room for error. Each game will be a test not only for the main roster, but also for supporting players like Jeremiah Martin. For him, the next few days will be about adapting, learning, and taking every opportunity to impress. If the Packers can secure a playoff berth, the narrative around Martin could change completely. He will go from a player signed to the practice squad to a symbol of perseverance and strategic preparation. Conclusion: a new chapter for the Packers? The Packers' signing of Jeremiah Martin may seem like a small detail in a season already filled with challenges and twists. However, it is exactly this kind of movement that can make a difference when everything is at stake. While the fight for the playoffs continues, the Packers have shown that they are willing to try everything to reach the postseason. Jeremiah Martin is more than a new addition to the roster, he is a bet on the resilience, untapped potential, and competitive spirit that defines American football. From now on, all eyes will be on Green Bay. Will this seemingly modest hire become the key to a historic run to the Super Bowl? Or is it just another chapter in a season of uncertainty? One thing is certain, the next games will tell us everything. Now the question remains, how far are the Packers willing to go to turn hope into reality? American football fire.